Here to discuss the changing media landscape, Sean McNulty, contributor at The Ankler, and Todd Spangler, New York digital editor at Variety. Sean, let me begin with you, and let's start with Netflix and whether it needs or is equipped to get into the live sports broadcasting market, which depends so heavily on advertising, which is not something Netflix natively knows that much about.
Yeah, they just started, and Microsoft is their partner. So the bigger issue with Netflix is, they've said this, they prefer to own, not to rent. And with sports, you are renting. You do not own the rights. You have them for a few years, but as we've all seen in a few years, those rights can shift. So that doesn't fit their business model. Number two, they prefer global. They don't really buy things in certain territories with few exceptions. So those two things don't make sports very attractive. Obviously, time zones, the Super Bowl plays here at a certain time. They're a global company of 31 million subscribers. It just the math's hard to make. And as you said, advertising, you have to make some of that money back. And Amazon's paying $1 billion. We don't know how much they're making back in advertising. And Netflix, this is a new business for them. So there's not a lot going for them in terms of that makes sense in their playbook.
Sometimes these things, I think, are loss leaders, as in the case of Amazon, for example. And oh, by the way, there's simply, Sean, aren't that many truly global sports, are there? Apart from football, soccer, Formula One, I suppose you could call a global sport. Tennis, but it's a niche play.
Yeah, tennis and golf and those sports make their money by selling off region by region, especially F1. So to sell to a global partner would be a huge check that, even IPL rights, which was talked about with cricket rights in India last year, that was just for India in the Southeast Asia, more or less. That wasn't global for some people. So it's hard to make the math work, and it's hard for the leagues to work to have that global partner. And few people have the scale globally that can even do it, which would be Netflix, Amazon, and maybe Apple, you could argue.
Do you think, Todd, they're going to get dragged into this at some point?
Do I think Netflix is going to be dragged into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, you never say never, right? And Netflix has been careful to couch their comments when they've been asked about sports rights. Ted Sarandos has said, look, we're not anti-sports, we're pro-profit. So what they're saying is right now, based on their subscriber levels, based on their content spending, they can't punch an NFL-sized hole in their content budget. Now, as you guys mentioned earlier, increasingly people are watching everything on TV over streaming. And, as that continues to progress, right, Netflix needs to at least consider bringing live sports onto the service. And they're doing a live Chris Rock special, or they've done that. And, so they're not averse to live. They just need the economics to make sense. And right now, spending a lot of money on sports rights, as has been mentioned, there's the time zone aspect. Netflix is a global service, and they look to monetize their content globally. And they get unexpected hits like Squid Game, which was a South Korean drama. It came out of left field. It was out of nowhere, and it became this massive worldwide hit. So you can't really do that with a live sports property.
Let's talk a little bit, Todd, if we might follow through on that thought about streaming and what it could mean for sports, because there are so many streamers out there, whether it's Amazon, Apple, potentially Netflix, Peacock, Paramount Plus, all of whom are going to have some bite of some sports somewhere. So I, the viewer, who have been accustomed to getting things through a cable bundle, am now going to have to, or am I not, subscribe potentially to multiple streaming services in order to get all of the sports I want. So that begs the question, at some point, is there going to be a rebundling of the streamers for the sports fan like me and for the home improvement fan like my wife or whatever? Talk me through it.
Yeah, we are seeing, Amazon wants to become kind of this next generation cable TV provider. They're selling, a la carte channels, basically, as part of the Prime service. So, yeah, they want to be that next generation aggregator of content. Comcast, with their streaming play, is making a similar bet. in a way. But yeah, I mean, look, you're seeing the disaggregation of the pay TV bundle. And
right.
That has been, this blessing and a curse for consumers because, look, you get all or most of what you want on one bill. But if you happen to not want, your local regional sports network, you're paying for that anyway, maybe, depending on what type of tier you're taking. So you're seeing those sports rights getting parceled out to Amazon, to YouTube, to Apple. And what that means is, you're going to have to cobble together different services. So, yeah, the consumer is going to be stuck with this situation where if you want a particular sport and it's not in your particular package, you're going to have to maybe get something
buy it separately.
else.